Are you recording me being excited looking? Thank you. Thank you for stopping me, because I do want this recorded. Just to let you know, we are going to go ahead with in-person confirmation as long as we possibly can. And if we can get through the whole year, bravo, bravo, we're going to do it. Now, what does that mean? Well, you heard about these Bibles already, and you're probably thinking, what's special about this Bible? I like the color. No, I don't care about the color so much. It's a Lutheran Study Bible, though, and what I really like about it is in the center, there's all sorts of information about how do we as Lutherans read the Bible? How do we as Lutherans understand the Bible? How do we become part of the body of Christ as Lutherans? And there's just a gob of pages in there. There's study notes in there. Some of my favorite teachers at seminary have their notes in there. The Gospel of John is by Caroline Lewis, who I think is the best person ever. And I also, her brother-in-law was my internship supervisor, so that's just kind of interesting. Didn't mean I got a good score from her, it just meant I passed. I could have used more encouragement sometimes, no. Okay, first of all, why are we doing confirmation? How are we doing this and whatever? There's some objectives that we have for this year's confirmation students, so listen carefully, because this is what you have to do this year to pass. Have I made anybody scared yet? You're just watching me. Okay. Engage in the faith and church life, worship and prayer. And I'm going to get into that just a little bit more later. You'll be able to explain what it means to be a Christian. You'll be able to identify characteristics of Lutheran theology. That's weird. There's a lot of theology out there. And if you listen to the radio, that is not the same as Lutheranism. It's a little bit different. Everybody, we're not exactly the same, and yet we are so close. One of the things that I used to hear a lot, and I know that Mrs. Molina is going to go, yeah, I get this. The Catholic Church is so different. If you go to the Catholic Church, the words are identical, aren't they, in the service? Almost identical. But there are some differences, so we will be looking at what it means to be a Lutheran in the world of Christianity. This is one of the best things I hope happens, and I know I've got somebody out there who is so good at this. Build relationships with the small group leaders and even peers. Hopefully you have that already. But I would love to see with the small group leaders. I know of one person who goes out and prays with their students, meets with their students on occasion, way after they graduate. Wow, that's a relationship. And that's what I hope happens to you. When you're after college, maybe you need encouragement. This person can maybe do it, and maybe you can give them a call. Demonstrate a basic understanding of Luther's small catechism. For such a small little book, what a powerful statement of the Christian faith, and what a powerful statement it means to read this thing with some kind of understanding. I am not going to tell you that as a confirmation student, you're going to walk out of confirmation going, oh, I get the Bible. If hopefully one thing you learned from me is that you're going to end up with a ton more questions, I hope, than you do answers. I hope to answer some of those questions, but hey, I really, really hope. You go out there and go, does God really, or whatever, I don't know. And then apply the teachings of the Bible and Luther's small catechism, not to Sunday so much. I don't care what you're doing on Sunday. You're in church, you're doing church work, you're worshiping, you're doing your stuff. But what does that mean to Monday through Saturday? If it doesn't mean more than Sunday, I'm sorry, but your Christian faith is big time lacking. So we want to, what we learn today, what we learn in confirmation tomorrow or Wednesday, applies to our lives. It applies to how we do anything, really. And I think that's lacking today. So when? When are we going to meet? This Wednesday. And what time? 7 o'clock. It's a different time. Is it the perfect time? We can adjust this. By the way, this is like starting all over again. We're going to try some things, and if all of a sudden all of you people come to me and say, it'd be so much better to start at 8 o'clock. I'm going to look at you and go, say, what? I don't want to stay up that late. But no, seriously, if times work better at a different time, let us know. But for this week, we're going to try 7 and see how it works. Take time to look at the syllabus, which you should be... Did everybody get a syllabus? Oh, you don't have that yet. Do they? Do you have a syllabus? In other words, a schedule of what the year we think it's going to look like? Anybody not have it? Ooh, Gwen, I think you hit everybody. Yeah. Yeah. There will be confirmation the night of the week before MEA. We almost always take that off, but we're starting so late. But if you already have plans and stuff, I think these classes are going to be recorded. Don't worry too much about it. If it's not recorded, oh well, it just happens. End times will vary. One of the things that Tech Lutheran Ministries, Marv Niesenfeld is doing is sending one of his people out. And I know I'm getting Amanda Randall to help us. What it's called is Camp Formation. Schedule, there are going to be some times on there that tell you she is doing it. It's Camp Formation. And I told her to do one thing for me. Just one thing. And that's to make you guys smile. If a camp person can't do it, nobody can. I really believe that with her here, or whoever is all here, we can manage that. We can smile again. So if you look in the schedule, you see Camp Formation. That's what that means. And it also means confirmation will probably be a little bit later. She's got a ton of stuff planned, and I hope it's fun stuff. Well, I hope it's fun stuff. It's going to be fun stuff, guaranteed. The most depressing thing ever is the next thing I have to tell you. There are no meals. No, excuse me. That is not COVID cough. That is called corn and beans getting harvested. I love it, guys. Get it harvested. But it really bothers me. But no meals. I'm sorry about that. Maybe we can do it later this year, but I'm not seeing that as a possibility either. But hey, we'll let you know. If we can do it, we're going to do it. Where is it going to be? Fellowship Hall. And you've got circles of chairs there already. I don't know if we have the right quantities. We told Jeff to make some circles. We gave him 6 chairs or 7 chairs. Should have been 8. Oops. He still likes me, though. I think he does. I shouldn't say that. How? Yeah, you're going to be spaced in large circles, and you're going to be spaced out, so hopefully we have enough room that we have the physical distancing under control. We'll integrate the small group work right with the lesson, so you don't have to listen to me for 45 minutes straight. I don't want to listen to me for 45 minutes straight. Ugh. 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 Shove my mask down my throat. Not fun. So, I will do some talking, and then you'll do some talking in your small group. And hopefully that makes the night go really, really fast. And we will end with worship each night, we hope. That's a goal. I think that is one of the best things that we have here is just that short little worship. And then we can send you out, and you can be at peace with the world. Who? I and Gwen will do the lesson most tonights, although Gwen is also a group leader, so I don't know how much I'll get her to help, but I will be doing that. Then on the 4 evenings with confirmation, just to let you know, I don't know what, Teresa, what does she go by? Amanda, does she go by Miss Randall? Amanda. Her name is Amanda. So when you see her and I forget to introduce you to her, which I guarantee I probably will do, I forget to introduce you, she is Amanda, and she is an amazing gal. Gail Davidson, of course, is our fearless leader. She's an amazing lady. All of you know her, I'm sure. So, and Teresa Niesenvold will be our worship leader. These two will also be doing other things too, I'm sure. But those two, I don't know. Is Gail here even? I thought I saw Gail. Oh, sure. She doesn't like it that much. No, I'm kidding. Let's give those two an applause, though. Applause. I so appreciate them. Then, introducing small group leaders. I have it here somewhere. Small group leaders. One of the first ones you're going to applaud is probably Greg Moberg. He's been doing this. How long have you been doing this, Greg? Where are you? I just saw you. Wow. That's amazing. Kristen Peltola. She's not even a member here. Nancy, of course, I just talked about Nancy. Emily, thank you. Emily is here. Rosenbrook. Tom Whitehead, thank you, Tom. Gwen, thank you, Gwen. All of these people, thank you. Now, let me quickly go who's out in these groups. For Greg, here we go. And hey, stop me if I really massacre your name, which I could. With Greg Moberg is Tom Gillette, Trey Johnson, Noah Matthewitz, Brooks Platt, yes, sorry. Chloe Olivier, Samantha Winter, Gage Carlson. With Kristen Peltola, I can't get her name out. Owen Moline, Carter Hansen, Aidan Swenson, Peyton DeGrief, Erica Doden, Lily Clevin, Tommy Pruitt, Nancy Moberg, Aaron Klein, Brooklyn Johnson, Elise Nelson, Dylan Kleiss, Elena O'Leary, Hudson Shrivers, and Carly Skier. Yeah? Oh. I just licked my mask. Ugh. Emily Rosenberg, you have, and you will have her. Elise Paulzine, Emmy Peltola, Taylor Larson, Gavin Gillette, Thea Schneider, Andrew Holm, Gabriel Tufson. Tufson? Huh? What did I say? Yeah, I should have gotten that right. If I may. Thank you. I think it's Towson. Is that right, Gwen? Yeah, that's what I thought. Tom Whitehead, you have, and you students have him. Jesse Klein, Adley Rosenbrook, Wyatt Loosbach, Morgan Winter, Ben Allers, Danica Banky, Madison Daneman. Daneman, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm doing well. Gwen, you have, and you have her. Devin Landsman, Abby Loosbrook, Jacob Wadaszewski, Lauren Stuhl, Logan Gass, is it Cayenne Hansen? Kiana Hansen, and Callie Platt. Did I miss anybody? All the credit I can get, hey. Okay, so those are the leaders and stuff. Now, parents, you have an expectation of you too. I just want to bring this out. Pray for your children, especially this year. Whoop, Gwen. Oh, leaders. Tom Whitehead, Greg, Nancy, whoever you all are. Get out of here. Go. No. But they all leave so quietly. So that's who we have going on. The last thing that I have here is to talk to you about what happens when you can't do in person. I think what's going to happen, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen real soon, if school switches to distance learning, I think we have to also. And we'll let you know by text, by email, Facebook. How many people follow email here? Yeah, not real well. Okay. I'm the older generation. I still do. But so text probably to you, Facebook, church website also. Kind of just keep yourself up to date. Look at that more often than you normally do, and stay up to date. Especially if something happens at school, where they close school for a couple weeks or whatever. Just take a look. Or call the office. Call me at home. Whatever. Forms. There's a lot of forms out there. If you can get those all filled out today before you leave, there's one that talks about who you are, legal names, who do I contact, who does somebody contact if there are issues. Get that side filled out, and on the opposite side there's another form that talks about medical information. Participants' covenant. That's an interesting one, and I think I talk about that later. Yeah. This all came about kind of because of safe haven policies, and we're not going to follow those exactly this year, but bottom of page 1, who has permission to pick up your child or to take your child home? We need to know that. It's just helpful to know that, okay, we did the right thing of sending this kid with them. The second page, medical info, especially allergies. Do you guys have allergies of some type? It's not quite as critical this year without the food, but still would be helpful to know. Participants' covenant. Covenant, it's a promise. It's a promise that you will take confirmation to the level that we kind of hope you are going to be confirmed with. So in other words, you'll read the lessons, you'll participate, you'll be here, you'll whatever. Then, there's also a consent or parent or legal guardian. Can we have your child's image on the website, Facebook page, or other media? Just the image. We will never attach a name to those people. So we need to know that. And it's okay to say no. We don't have your permission. It's okay to say that. Finally, are you okay with us sending texts or email messages about confirmation or youth activities to your student? Or do you want us to send any information that we send to them to you also? It's just a way to know that what we do here is totally transparent to you also. So we just want to make that a good thing for you to feel like, okay, this is okay, we're safe. Confirmation students, we need class worship helpers. You're expected to come to worship, but then in some way, we also want you to help in worship 4 times during the year. And there are different ways you can do that. You can read scripture lessons. You can be an usher. You can do acolyting. There's all sorts of things. You can do music. And you can do something else. Maybe you're an artist. And if you're an artist, I really like you. I love art. And this is for any evening, any worship thing. So if you come across something that we're going to be doing at Advent services, we don't do Advent services, Lent services, I'm sorry. You can do something there if you've got some creative project you want to do or whatever. Just know that we would like you to be involved somehow 4 times during this year. I'm lost. Oh yeah, okay. Saturday night services, by the way, begin next week. So if you're interested in coming to Saturday night worship services, that will be open to you. Worship notes, sermon notes. They're still online if you want to do them online. I think, do you have a copy of Oh, I know where the paper copies. I bet you the paper copies are in your mailboxes, parents' mailboxes. You can pick them up there if you want to do paper. If you want to do online, that's great. I just want to talk a little bit more about that. If your student needs help or your child needs help filling out the form, it's okay. Be with them as they do it. If it would be better for them to talk to me about the service, they can do that. It doesn't have to be by that form. It just makes it quicker and easier for everybody who can use it. So, just letting you know that helping your child isn't a bad thing. In fact, I love families talking together about, what did you get out of church today? And maybe you can state what you got out of church today. Let it be your students, your child's project that they're doing, but you can do whatever you want to help. I'll let you read the syllabus pretty much on your own. Okay, so Wednesday night. Here's what you're going to need. Here's kind of what's going to happen. Bring a pen or pencil. 8th and 9th graders, bring your small catechism if you have it, if you can find it yet. If you can't find it, don't worry. I've got about 30 of them probably within a book somewhere. They get lost really easy. I get it. And so if you don't have one, we'll bring it. The 7th graders, we will have some for you for sure. But again, if you have it, please bring it. Wear the masks when inside the building. I get it, but we have to. Use sanitizer when you come through the door. Be in the fellowship hall by 7. All other rooms except the restrooms will be off limits. This Bible will be given to you Wednesday night. The bad thing about this Bible, it is really heavy. But it's good. So, guys, weightlifting within a Bible. There you go. Or even gals. Hey, gals do weightlifting too. What am I talking about? We're going to have name tags. At the end of last year, I was really hoping to know all of your students' names, your children's names. And so I sit down and talk to them. And you know what I do? I don't know their names. I'm just talking. I don't know hardly anybody's names. But I can tell you they belong to this church. That's all I can tell you. So, hopefully, for my help, Gwen knows you, a lot of you. I don't. I'm going to know your names by the end of this year, barring any taking us away from the church. You'll sit in big circles. We're going to have the small group leaders' name there, and we'll have your names there also. But just come to the fellowship hall. And the nights that I am doing it, we will be done at 8 o'clock. I hope. I am really good at following time until I am not, which is probably more than you want to know. Any questions? Did I miss something? Did we miss something? We're good. Well, I thank you all for being here today. We didn't do too bad. Go, serve the Lord. See you on Wednesday night. Get a lot of sleep because I'm going to make you work. No, I'm kidding.